Hi. I just spent about half an hour writing an email I didn't send. I know that sounds strange, but when you're dealing with interoffice communications, you got to think about what do I need to accomplish and what's the best way to do it. And the reason I didn't send this email is because it was just a tricky enough situation that I felt if I sent it in writing, there was a possibility of the person I was sending it to misunderstanding. So I just walked down to her office. I had a brief chat with her, gave her the information, and she was fine. She might have been fine if I'd sent the email, but I kind of had a feeling that she might have felt a little bit dismissed if I just sent. I was changing her teaching schedule if I just sent her the information without talking about why. So, lesson 1. Know specifically what you want to communicate. And lesson 2, what's the best medium to do it. And remember, emails are forever. You sent it, you may delete it, you may recall it, but they will exist as long as there is a computer infrastructure in the world. So be thinking about that. But emails and memos are pretty similar. They should communicate effectively one bit of information, one task that you need done, or a request for information or a decision. In other words, one thing done well. So let's look at an email that I'm actually going to send out. So, to and all writing studies graduate faculty, because it needs to be clear who your audience is. And sometimes you'll have different relationships with people. Like some of these people I'm sending out to might be other groups, like in a reading group or in a writing group or in the technical and professional writing faculty. So I need to make it clear how I'm addressing them. So, to all writing studies graduate faculty from Chuck Etheridge, Writing Studies Coordinator. And just as it's important to let people know who you're writing to and what role is, it's also important to let people know what role or what hat you're wearing when you're communicating with them. I hold multiple jobs, so to speak, or hats in the department, and so I'm writing to them as the person who is overall in charge of the writing studies program here at TAMI CC. Some people will put or some people will put subject. I prefer to use subject. Meeting concerning the graduate curriculum. What is it about? And subject lines should be clear. I can't emphasize how important a good subject line is. How many of you have emails and there are lines and lines and lines and lines of emails that you didn't open? If you're a normal person, either in your professional or personal email, you got dozens, if not hundreds. Why didn't you open them? Because you didn't think they were important. Why didn't you think they were important? Because of the subject line. Something else, another thing, hi, greetings, my name, whatever, doesn't communicate clearly what it is you need. Meeting concerning the graduate curriculum. We need to meet concerning the graduate curriculum. And date. And it will be August. Well, actually, today is August something something to something 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 year. So, look at this so far. Does it look like an email? It probably should, because emails are formatted very similar to memos. And notice how much it communicates, just the formatting. Who you're writing to, who's writing, and in what role you're writing them in, when and what you're trying to communicate with them about. There will be meeting of all writing studies graduate faculty in the Dean of Liberal Arts conference room this Monday, August 29th. My birthday, by the way, but I'm not going to put that in the memo. At 12 p.m. Okay. We will begin reviewing ideas for the updated writing studies graduate curriculum. Notice, your first sentence should tell your audience exactly what it is that they need to know or what you want them to do. There will be a meeting of all writing studies graduate faculty in the Dean of Liberal Arts conference room this Monday, August 29th, at 12 p.m. There's a meeting. Who's going to be there? What's going on? And where you need to be at what particular time. We will begin reviewing ideas for the updated writing studies graduate curriculum. A little bit more about what we're going to be doing. That's all I really need to write. It communicates effectively, because what do I need them to do? I need them to show up to the meeting. I could add some more information, and I might. And often it's helpful to, if you're going to call a meeting, to tell people what they need to bring or how they should prepare. Or sometimes people will have an agenda. In this case, I'll say, please bring ideas you have about our writing studies program, including information on other writing MA programs that you think the group should see. Now, I might say, see you then. In this case, I probably will. But, see you next Monday. Be better. But this is all I would write. Now, some people are surprised by that. Some people think it's rude. Oh, you need to begin, hey, how you doing? Or dear folks, or things like that. This is not a personal letter. It is a professional communication. I've taken care of the routing and the basic information by the format. There's a meeting. You need to be there. This is why we're going to be meeting. This is what you can do to prepare. Pretty much straightforward. Notice a couple of things. One thing, communicated clearly. Another thing is it's short. It's really, really short. If you send an email that's longer than a screen in the computer, it's too long. Why? I hate to say it, but people aren't going to read it. In the electronic age, people will look at the subject line. They will look at the first paragraph or the first couple of lines and then determine if it's important. And most emails aren't that important to read carefully. It's not a love letter. It's not a professional article or things like that. Notice the language is simple. It's professional. It's not unfriendly or rude, but it's not overly personal either. It is an inter-office communication by one working professional sent to another. And I'm literally going to send it. It says everything it needs to say. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I hope it's helpful for you as you begin working on your own memos. The last thing I'll say is avoid the oops factor. Do you ever send out an email and you forget to add an attachment, and then you have to send out another one that says subject line oops or forgot attachment? Not the end of the world, but it doesn't make you look very professional. The most common mistake that people make when they send out emails like this is they forget the date, they forget to say when the meeting is, or they forget to say the location where the meeting is. And so Monday, August 29th at 12 p.m. Some people might leave off the August 29th because, well, it's Monday, but when did you read the email? So best to have day of the week and the date as well, and again, a specific time. The second most common thing that people leave off is the location. Dean of Liberal Arts Conference Room. So just a couple of other things to think about as we wrap up this discussion, but avoid the oops factor. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you and talking to you soon. Bye-bye.